I am anxious. Are you anxious?
I'm anxious about COVID-19, right?
That's right. But don't worry, in today's Taiwan Insider, we're going to have some tips for dealing with that anxiety. I'm Andrew Ryan.
I'm Natalie So. Let's first take a look at what's been on our radar.
Taiwan has closed its borders to all foreign visitors in order to keep COVID-19 at bay. Starting Thursday, Taiwan is only admitting citizens and foreign nationals with legal residency, diplomatic passports, or special permits. Even those allowed into Taiwan aren't off the hook, though. Starting Thursday, all arrivals, regardless of citizenship or where they're coming from, will be required to go into quarantine for 2 weeks. Taiwan's COVID-19 cases jumped this week, with record-breaking single-day increases. Virtually all of these cases were imported, brought in by travelers who had visited Europe and the Middle East. The government has announced loans for Taiwan's airlines to keep them afloat during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Transportation Ministry has also lowered rent and operating fees for air carriers. Taiwan's top female badminton player, Dai Ziying, is back on top of the worldwide women's singles rankings. That's after she defeated Chen Yufei from China in the Yonex All England Open in Birmingham last weekend.
This week, we're going to share one word that helps us relieve anxiety.
All right.
You ready, Andrew?
See what you have. Movies. Music.
Yes.
Very nice.
Listening to music, playing music, dancing to music. It's all great for relieving anxiety.
That is very good.
And it's very easy, too.
That is,
turn on the radio.
And we need this, too, because, we're looking at these news stories every day
That's
about
true.
COVID-19. All right, you ready for my word?
Yes.
All right.
Bebop. No.
Bebop. Also kind of music.
Biking!
That's right.
Oh, I love biking.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than getting a U-bike, one of Taiwan's or Taipei's public bikes.
Great idea.
Going down to the riverside and then just going. The best thing about it is social distancing.
That's
You
true.
can't have any contact with other people unless you're on a
true.
bicycle built for two. So
and good exercise, right? It's good for your whole
exercise.
body and your mind.
absolutely,
Awesome.
get outside, get some fresh air.
Let's put these on the shelf. Plus, do you know where this is? This is a design for a new landmark bridge. It was inspired by the fish that's caught at the harbor where it will be located. So where in Taiwan is this bridge being built? We'll have the answer for you at the end of the show.
Now we're going to start off today with a story that made both me and Natalie anxious when we saw it. You may think it's a little strange to start a show about anxiety with a story that's going to make you anxious, but we wanted to show you how we deal with stories like this. Have a look.
The World Health Organization says people should keep a distance of 1 meter from each other to avoid getting COVID-19. But a Chinese study found that one person infected 13 others who weren't wearing masks on a bus. Patient A not only spread the virus to patient E, who was half a meter away, but also to patient G, who was 4.5 meters away. Patient A and patient G had no close contact with each other. One got on through the front door and the other through the back. The study also found that the virus can survive for 30 minutes in the air. Dr. Li Bingying, a specialist in pediatric infectious diseases, says droplets usually fall on the ground within 2 meters, though they could spread further with stronger airflow. Passengers could get infected if they touch a surface where the virus has recently landed, such as bars and straps. A Taiwan bus manager says buses are disinfected every 4 hours. Cleaning services like straps, bars, chairs, windowsills, and the floor.
All right, so I think you can see how a story like that might make somebody nervous. Natalie, when you saw it, what did you think?
I was nervous. I thought maybe I shouldn't take the MRT anymore.
Right.
But then I did put it in context. First of all, there have been no cases that we know of that have been spread by the MRT here in Taiwan or the bus. And that particular story was in January in Hunan province in China, before news of the outbreak broke out, before people started wearing face masks and washing their hands and protecting themselves.
Absolutely. Now, another thing about stories like this is you have to check the source. Of course, we're going to do our best to vet those stories before we air them. But also, like, I've been on Twitter I've seen tons of stories which make me really nervous, but then I dig a little deeper and I find out it's not from a reputable source. So you need to be very careful to make sure that the source of the news is somebody you trust.
Yes, and I recently talked with a psychologist at the Community Service Center, Michael Mullahy, about anxiety. And this is what he had to say about how we can deal with anxiety.
A certain amount of anxiety is inevitable. There's no way to completely get rid of the anxiety that we feel. In fact, it is, we could say, healthy to feel some anxiety. It helps us put our defenses up. It helps us think about what we can do to protect ourselves and the people we care about. The good news here is that the things we can be doing to reduce our anxiety about COVID-19 happen to be the same things we should probably be doing to keep ourselves as safe as possible. So what I'm talking about here are things like eating healthily, exercising, getting enough sleep. On the one hand, these are the sort of activities that will, keep our bodies healthy, strengthen our immune systems. But on the other hand, these are the kinds of things that help us release our energy, help us feel less anxious, and help us be overall more happy.
What about like deep breathing exercises, meditation? There are a lot of things that people are into these days, right? You think those are helpful for dealing with anxiety?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that on the one hand, learning to calm our thoughts, learning to become more in contact with the present absolutely can help us take the edge off anxiety. It can also help us stop overthinking about the dangers, or it can be a good replacement for obsessively checking the news to see every new case or every new development.
I tell you, that vicious cycle about watching the media and wanting to get that more extra information, that's something I can totally identify with. What was your biggest takeaway from the interview?
Well, actually, he said one point I think that really helped me was that we should be clear or clarify what exactly we're anxious about, because we usually have this overall feeling of anxiety. But if we can be rational and clarify it and then assess how big the risk is and then what we need to do to address this issue, that helps.
Now, one thing that's giving a lot of people in Taiwan a break from the anxiety is wearing face masks. And that's the subject of today's Taiwan Explained. Recently, we've seen an increase in stories about people in the West harassing others for wearing face masks. Now, usually this comes from a place of fear, but what's interesting is in Asia, people think that face masks are a source of comfort, and they've been very effective in the fight against COVID-19. In today's Taiwan Explained, I'm going to tell you why masks work.
All right, you have 60 seconds. You ready?
I am. Let's do this. Now, a lot of people are saying that face masks don't work, like the U.S. Surgeon General, although he is right in saying that medical professionals should get masks first. Now, they're most effective when sick people wear them. It helps stop them from spreading the disease through water droplets when they cough or sneeze. The WHO says that healthy people should only wear them when they're taking care of someone who's sick. The problem is with COVID-19 is that you can be sick and spread the virus even when you don't have symptoms. Now, in Taiwan, like many Asian countries, masks are common. We wear them when we're sick as a courtesy to others, and these days they're required at hospitals and at schools, and most people wear them on public transport. So if most people are wearing a mask, that means that people who don't know they are sick are wearing one too. So masks have become a sign of solidarity. They've not only kept us safe, they've also given us peace of mind.
Hey, good job.
Finished it in time.
That's right. We don't need the buzzer, do we? There you go.
Why not?
So you're saying that masks play a different role in Asia. Is it because that they're part of our lifestyle already?
That's right.
Sometimes we wear them in the winter, to keep us from getting a cold because of the cold air, and we wear them to protect us from pollution. People who are on their scooters. So we're kind of used to wearing masks.
Yeah, I think in the West that people are afraid when you cover your face.
They think
right?
that you actually may be very sick. And so I think those hate crimes, which are terrible, may be the result of that anxiety or misunderstanding.
They get scared. Whereas when we see masks in Asia, we think, thank you for wearing that mask.
Right.
That means you're protecting me. I actually feel safer when I'm surrounded by people wearing
right.
masks. Now, we do want to mention, if you live in a place that does not have enough surgical masks, you should save them for people who are medical professionals. Now, Taiwan did something very smart early on, and that is they increased the production of face masks. So right now, Taiwan is making about 10 million masks a day, which means that every 2 days, they produce at least enough for every person in Taiwan to get one mask. The other thing is you do want to avoid using N95s. Those are for medical use. A simple surgical mask is good enough for you to use for every day.
All right. Well, thanks, Andrew. And that is our Taiwan Explained for the week. In today's Taiwan by Number, I'm going to share 3 ideas of how we can relieve anxiety in a time like this.
Awesome. We need this.
Yes, and these all have to do with going out in nature.
Okay.
Now, my first idea is to venture into a national park.
Oh. Okay.
And my question for you is, how many national parks does Taiwan have?
Oh.
You should know this.
I should know this. I should know this.
Did you go to like junior high here?
Yeah, but like I'm sure
Did
that
you learn
number
that in junior
changed
high?
since I learned it in school. I'm gonna say 27.
27. Okay.
27? I don't think it's that many. I think it's more like, I'm going to say 9.
9. Okay, let's take a look at the answer. 9. Andrew's right on the button. Good for you, Andrew.
Divide my
So I want you guys to
3, I got the right answer.
Let's take a look at our beautiful national parks. Okay, we have that's Kanding over there. We have Yangming-san, and then we have South Penghu Marine National Park. Then we have Taroko, and then we have Yushan, Xueba, Jingmen,
Oh, wow.
Dongsa Atoll National Park, and Taichung.
Wow.
Aren't they beautiful?
Beautiful.
Isn't that a great place to go? There's mountains, there's beaches, there's wildlife, marine life, and fresh air. You don't have to be too close to someone when you're in the national park.
All right. So at this point in Taiwan, we're allowed to leave our houses still. So enjoy it while you can.
Enjoy it while you can, really. Okay, the second idea is something that you mentioned today, actually.
Biking.
Cycling around the coast.
Yes.
I love cycling along the coast, and we actually have one route that goes around all of Taiwan.
Oh, no.
It's called Route Number 1. Do you guys know how long it is?
I knew you were going to ask that. As soon as you started talking about biking, I was like, oh.
How long is it?
I'm thinking I'm thinking about how long it takes to drive from the north to the south. And then you just gotta kind of
it depends on
count
how
for the
Don't
East
say too
Coast.
much. Just give an answer.
How fast you drive, Leslie?
Well, you say how long it is, right?
Yeah. How many kilometers?
I'm gonna say 1,100.
Okay.
1,100. I'm gonna go more like 960.
Okay, let's take a look at the answer.
Oh, my
968.
goodness.
That's a good job.
You gotta be kidding me. No,
Have you cycled cycled around the island?
I haven't cycled around the island. I have driven around the island. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not cheating, I
Okay. Now my last idea is to go on an aquatic adventure. Okay, enjoy the waters. There's so much to do in Taiwan's waters. You can surf, you can swim, you can windsurf, sailing, SUP, kayaking. Now, how many kilometers is Taiwan's coastline, including Penghu?
Oh, man.
Including Penghu?
We have a lot of beaches that we can enjoy here.
Okay, I'll go with 1,600 kilometers.
Okay.
Wow,
How
that's a big one.
about
I'm gonna stick with
Leslie?
1,100 actually. I feel like
1100? Okay, you like that
I
number,
can-
huh? Okay. Let's take a look at the answer.
What?
You're doing very well.
1,566.
Yes.
I'm about to walk off set. I'm about to just walk off the set. Why do you even have me here?
Andrew knows Taiwan so well. You should be out in the outdoors.
I hope my mom is watching this episode.
Well, you were a
Hi,
travel
Mom.
show host, right? So you should know these things, right?
That's true.
All right, so those are some ideas for you. We hope that you're enjoying the great outdoors at a time like this. It's a great way to relieve anxiety. That is our Taiwan by Number for the week.
This week on Taiwan, Natalie Andrew, I want to talk to you about a local superstar. Now, you might think I'm talking about an actor or a singer, but I'm actually talking about this guy. He's a dentist, he's also our health minister, and he's been the one steering Taiwan through the COVID-19 outbreak. He's been skyrocketing in popularity. Why? Well, for one, he's presided over every press conference that the Central Epidemic Command Center holds, and these happen every day, multiple times a day. What's more is he's dominating the news cycle, whether he's at the airport checking in on evacuees from Wuhan or giving a report to the legislature. Most importantly, people just see him as a super nice guy. March 14th was White Valentine's Day, and that day during the press conference he had, there was a little bit of a surprise for everybody. Check it out.
好，那这段时间大家对我们指挥中心都非常的支持，好，所以表达我们的谢意，哈，所以今天就回一个礼，哈，让大家好能够假滴滴，哈，啊，那这巧克力其实蛮好吃的，不过吃完请记得要刷牙，哈。
Now, guys, if you think that was cute, well, a lot of people on the internet agree with you because this surfaced online, this drawing. Aww. And that's a cartoon version of Chen Sizong, and he's basically saying, Happy White Valentine's Day, and remember to brush your teeth. And I love that it's just got that deadpan stare that he always seems to have. But, you know, he's got a nice heart of gold. But the interesting thing is, love for Chen Sizong has broken through dimensions. He's no longer limited to 2D art. And I'll show you what I mean. He's gone 3D. Fellas?
Oh, that's cute.
These pop-ups were created by a local Taiwanese artist. Why did she do it? Well, I have the story for you right here. This cartoon pop-up of the health minister was created by local artist Tan Xu. Xu is sharing the files for free online so you can make your own mini Minister Chen. Tan says she's been watching the Central Epidemic Command Center's daily press conferences and thought it would be fun to make a caricature of Minister Chen. It only took her one afternoon to complete it, and people are absolutely loving it. But wait, guys, there's more. There's even social media stickers featuring a cartoon version of Chen Sizong, and there's even latte art.
That's cool.
Latte art.
Latte art. Do you see that? That's a latte, amazing. And he's sitting on his desk. It's got his name and everything.
Wait, can you eat that?
You can drink it.
Milk?
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't be able to drink it. I don't know how much it costs. It cost a fortune. But I'm going to do something a little different for the Leslie Liao pick of the week this week. Remember that March 14th White Valentine's Day press conference?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the local newspaper, the Liberty Times, they caught a very kind of fun interaction between Chen Sizong and his vice commander, Zhang Sangcun. And in my mind, when I saw the cartoon or the interaction, this is how it played out. Oh, sweet, man. I got chocolate. This is so excellent. Oh, yeah, me too, dude. This chocolate's the best. And then the two men, they just pocket the chocolate and walk away.
Happy guys.
Happy dudes.
Can I see one of those?
Yes,
Those are so cute. I want one.
I want one too. Is there one
all
for
right,
each of us?
so we're all fans of Minister Chen.
You can have him.
Oh,
He's been really great. We're all very happy with him. He's been doing an amazing job here in Taiwan.
I'm going to put this on my desk.
All right.
Yes.
So thank you, Leslie.
No worries, you guys.
That is hashtag Taiwan for the week. Do follow us on social media and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And now for our lightning round news quiz. I'm going to ask my co-hosts Andrew and Leslie about this week's news, and you can play along at home if you like. So you guys have 60 seconds to guess as many questions about the news as you can. Okay?
Right.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Go. All right. On Monday, what happened to the U.S.'s Taipei Act, which supports Taiwan's diplomatic alliances?
It's sent to Trump.
Right. Who is the badminton queen who just won her third All England Open and holds the world record for most weeks at number 1?
Dai Ziying.
Good. Beginning today, what do you need to do if you fly into Taiwan?
Go into quarantine.
Yep. For how long?
14
days. Who has Taiwan closed its borders to?
Everyone. All foreigners.
Yes.
But
Most
that don't have-
foreigners.
that don't
Yeah,
have
most
an ART.
foreigners.
Yeah.
What big company quarantined 30 employees after confirming its first case of COVID-19 on
TSMC.
Wednesday? That's right.
Wow.
Okay,
Nice.
so which Taiwanese K-pop star has returned to South Korea after a 14-day quarantine?
Zhou Ziyu,
Yeah, that's right. Okay, who did the court rule could inherit all the money shares in property worth 464 million US dollars.
Starlux Airlines.
Eva Air.
Yeah, what's his name?
The guy.
Yeah, you're right. The guy. His name is Zhang Guowei.
Okay.
He is the one of the 6 children, and this is what happened with his will. His father had given him everything, including Eva Air, and said, I hope you all get along. Well, his brother kicked him out of Eva Air, so he started Starlux Airlines, and we see here in this picture of him coming back after flying the first flights of his new airlines from Germany.
Both airlines now, huh?
Can you imagine having 2 airlines at this time?
Yeah.
I will say, he is the youngest, and I'm the youngest, so like, I kind of...
You can see why they would favor he would favor the youngest.
It's you know, see...
No, what are you saying? Are you going to get an airline?
You guys get to work with me, you know, you guys don't want to work with my siblings. I'm kidding. They watch this show, they're going to kill me.
I like my version better. You get an airline. We ride an airline for free. Oh, nice.
Great job, you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, how many points did you guys get?
Yeah, how many did we get?
We got all of them.
All of them. Yes. Good job.
We're killing it today.
That is our Taiwan news quiz for the week.
And finally today, where in Taiwan? Now at the top of the show, we showed you a photo and asked if you knew where it was. Let's take one more look at that photo.
This is a design for a new landmark bridge. It was inspired by the fish that's caught at the harbor where it will be located.
So where in Taiwan is this? Let's have a look at the answer.
This is a sketch of the new Nanfang Ao Bridge. It will be located in one of the 3 largest fishing ports in Taiwan, the Nanfang Ao Port in Yilan County, northeastern Taiwan. The new design incorporates features of a mackerel, a local specialty, including the scales, the eyes, and the tail. Designers say the new bridge will be able to sustain earthquakes of up to a magnitude 7 and 100 years of corrosion. Construction on the new bridge is expected to take 3 years.
Well, we hope you enjoyed Taiwan Insider this week. Be sure to connect with us on all the social media.
Yes, do leave a comment below. We would love to hear from you. For Taiwan Insider, I'm Natalie So.
I'm Leslie Liao.
And I'm Andrew Ryan. Keep washing those hands, and we'll see you next week.